you bang that wedge in more? Or?
I got another one.
Here, grab it. Where? Oh, they got one. That thing sounds awesome.
Oh, Chinese 440.
It looks like it's powerful to be, powerful as can be too. Did you port it?
Yeah. So that's 81 on the intake, 100 flat on the exhaust. I got 24 blowdown, and that's just old highway flat top with a highway cylinder on it. But that's a Walbro. That's a MS440 carburetor on it. I didn't skimp there, and then it's got the. I replaced the junky ass chain tensioner with the steel branded.
Is it still stuck?
Well, yeah, it wants to go that way.
Oh, no.
Over here pulling dick.
No, that's staying in.
Oh, shit.
Say hey, guys.
Hey guys.
Ah! So this is, whoa. So we got 1, 2, 3, roughly 8-foot logs. And then this tree right here, I think we got 3 off of that as well. We already got it all cut up, and we're just waiting on Andreas to come in here with the Bobcat, and hopefully he'll be able to get it. But honestly, he may not be able to. He may not. We got some smaller ones back there that are already cut up. He can definitely get to those. And then now we got to cut the great big one that's over there. And there you have it.
You know, your video, you were talking about muffler flanges in this this and that. This same brother-in-law does have a laser,
A laser.
like a fiber optic laser, you know,
Okay.
that cuts like half-inch plate.
It's got a plasma cutter?
No, it's a laser and a water jet, both of them.
Oh,
Plasma table kind of thing going.
that's really nice.
It's
Say hello to everybody. Daniel, say something. Come on. Hey, huh?
That's all you're getting out of me.
There's Daniel. There's Barry. There's Pablo. What's your name on?
Jerpic Egg.
Jerpic Ag.
In
Okay.
Georgia accent.
Chad, he's Lumberjackson. Justin, he's dirty minded.
He's Justin.
So you guys watch the channel, I know you do, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm talking to myself now. It's not all about you. It's all about me. You know I suck at failing. That's why I wanted a bunch of people over here before I did this pump. All right, come on. There, that one right there. I know it's leaning back and stuff, and even it's leaning, and most of the crown is on this side that it's leaning towards, but I want it to come in the opposite. I knew it was going to be difficult. That's why I wanted a bunch of people out here. And Chad here is actually a feller and stuff, and I am smarter than your average bear, and I listen to people who are smarter than me. And he says don't do it, so we ain't doing it. What we are doing is this scraggly ass old white oak. So we're gonna make it happen. Justin, learn to take care of your equipment.
We got a
Scratch?
yeah, great.
The chain's a little bit loose. So that is a 441.
461.
I'm sorry, 461 that Chad built. Not Chad, Justin. That thing runs very good. It's got a out-of-the-box Oregon square grind on it. It cuts very nice. Very, very nice. And so, this is a Dom tree where one side is completely rotten and useless. But I wanted to cut low at the bottom so that it could be like I was cutting a big tree. This is great, man, having somebody else wrench on the saw for me. This is magic. I got somebody who's more experienced telling me what to do. I love this. Couldn't get better.
When it gets it good and tight, let's stick the saw in there and check the sights and make sure we're not
Okay.
headed too far.
I'm going to check it before I cut the underside.
Hey, Bodie, is it going this way?
Yes. It's going to go right there.
There, right?
Yeah. I don't want to hit my little pine. That's a Eastern mountain pine. That's a white pine from up in New Hampshire. We transport it. Yeah, I'd rather not hit that. That is a lot. I know, I've done screwed the pooch on it. It's bad.
What do you think,
know it's bad.
Chad? What do you think about recutting above? Like just treating that, just doing a
Like do another cut? Up
yeah,
above?
just start and then drop it from there, and then deal with that later.
Is that the best course of action?
Can you use your Red Max now?
Are you wanting it to go without a fight?
Yeah.
Want it to go without a fight? Okay. All right. If you want it to go without a fight,
I mean, we're already set with the wedges. We can pound on this some more.
Well, the way it's
Yeah.
off kilter, we're going to be beating our brains.
Yeah.
Just being honest. If you wanted to go without a fight, I'd come around and cut your face cut up here. Go right there. I thought, you want a good show. We'd wedge it over, but everything's got to be.
Oh, no, you
the
gotta do it.
apex
You
has
gotta
got to
be
be
good.
right.
I get it.
Yeah, it has got to lean that way.
I know.
And there's a lot, all the mass is absolutely on that side.
Let's get it this way.
Then do it, man. I mean, just cut your face.
Same thing.
Yeah, same thing. We'll do
Yep.
the exact same thing.
All right. About damn time. So if you guys out there in YouTube world were wondering if I'm faking it and making bad cuts just to get views, I am not. I just suck. Straight up. I suck at it. I'm trying. Everybody's like, oh, I've never made a cut that bad. Bullshit. Yeah, you have.
Everybody has.
Everybody.
We all have to learn somewhere.
Most of the guys that are making the really bad comments probably all they do is pick up wood and throw it in the
warriors.
fucking chipper.
And, they've never even
And they're like,
put
oh,
it
this
through
guy's
on
an
the
amateur.
so. Hey, Bodie, it got on the ground and nobody got hurt. That's all that matters.
That's right.
And it didn't hit anything.
Let's have fun cutting this shit up. Huh?
Well, I'm going to run and get my 372 and come back and help.
Yeah. All right. No doubt.
No, I worry about doing that shit between the bars. Good job, Bodie.
Hey, it's down.
It's down, I call you
Flipping over everything.
he did one on his saws, and I was like, I'm doing that.
I kind of had a feeling my chain's bad. Sharpening it. I was like trying to push it in just to cut you.
That's the 257?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I had a 257, and I have a 262 XP. 257. It came with mine came with a 24-inch bar.
Oh wow.
Pro Husky bar. You know, the saw had a box with a carrying case and everything. It was terrible.
Yeah. I didn't. I've had 2 of them now.
This one's got a
through my
20
hand.
on it.
Yeah.
It
It
does
cuts
the
better
job.
with a 20. With a 24, it's like a slug.
Yeah.
No, I don't think even this thing. I would say 18 is probably better.
I just told him that's the nicest saw here. That 359.
Hey, Chad, come on.
That's the first time I ever ran one of those. It's almost as small as that Red Max, but it's got the power as that Echo.
I'll have to try it too. I didn't run that one.
That thing is so nice. And
Somebody gonna
so
cut the top of that off or no? Are you just gonna have a
He's already cut it. He's already cut it. It just needs to be knocked off of there. You know.
You know, I was telling.
Oh,
You know, I was thinking that 400 that you're talking about. Like the first thing that came into my mind was that light magnetic piston.
Yeah.
You know, because like his 360 pulls at 25.
Probably ran a 357.
You know what I mean?
My standards are a little bit higher. That's all it is.
You know what they
My
got.
question, my
yeah,
point
they
is, I
got
think
some
that
run.
light piston, you know,
But what
there's
they
not
are,
as much
I think they're
rotating
very
mass,
right.
you know.
Yeah, it's
I wonder
not
if-
meant
I got
to
550
have
now,
torque.
rather
If
run
that thing,
Oh,
if that thing had a steel piston in it, maybe.
Especially if
And I bet you if any of you guys ran it with the 25-inch bar and a good sharp chain, you'd be like, "Oh,
It
this
just ain't broke
crack."
in. It's got
It-
not even the whole tank.
It's
out of it.
mostly I just
And those rings to it, and it'll
I spent
I
so much
guarantee
money
it's
for
full
the
of
saw.
24.
DB was really hoping that that was going to be the
Yeah.
I don't know. And
Yeah, and
I don't know about it.
it's
for real
really
hardwood,
nice.
But, it's on, I know
But with a 20-inch
without
bar.
a doubt.
With a 20-inch
But
bar,
it's light.
it's
Now I'm
like
getting to the point now where
nuts. It's
385
great.
is nice, but it's
But
fucking
with
like
the
carrying a
25,
brick around.
you're going.
I'd rather have something lighter.
That's
It just
I'll
it
run
stops
50
quick,
or
so you have to let it
power in
glide
it
through.
for light.
And I like the
I ain't
dog
getting no
in
damn
push. You know,
How
I
old are you?
prefer that. You know,
43.
so if I changed up my style and just allowed it to eat through, it'd be no problem. You know, but
These heavy saws.
I don't like doing it.
Young man's game.
One guy asked me running the 4310. He's like, "Why do you always dog it in? You stalled it like 4 times."
You got hit,
I'm like,
by a tree like fucking.
I like it.
I remember this one's got the JB Weld in the card, right?
Actually, that one went through all kinds of iterations. It originally did. Now it's got a 620 carburetor, 620. It's a 620. It's got a 620 piston cylinder, everything.
Everything now, right?
Yeah, and I just ported it up this morning.
Because what is the 620 run like out the door? Isn't it like $5.99 still?
Yeah, something like
I was
that.
showing my wife.
Right there.
Because
my
I
mother-in-law
was watching
videos
Tin
on,
Man
like,
talk
what
about
Bart
putting
did there,
ignition
what
for
the
I went and looked
show
at
you some
like
videos
buying
of
the
what could
ignition,
happen.
buying the carb, and I'm
You
like,
get killed. Like real.
you're like $50
Especially
short
if
of
you
a
have a hard
620.
The only
What's the
place it
difference?
makes
Bore into it,
sense
and
is
you
the
make
way
that
that I
butt-
did
that
it.
back
Because
to
you
the
got
I got it
braking,
cheap
it's
for
gonna put the whole thing all
$225,
the way
and
up.
then slowly
It's
I
just so much tension.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot easier to do that than it is to go out and drop
It's
650
just gonna crack all the way.
on a 650.
But I don't know
And you know, with the
barber
full
chair-
wrap there, that's
kinda
no
treats
longer a
barber chair more.
600, 620 saw. That
You
becomes a
don't- irons don't do
$670
that, right?
Not
dollar
generally
saw or
speaking.
something like that.
Yeah.
Right at there, you're getting up to $700. You add tax
I
in.
heard
Sweet
sweet gum
gum
hold
don't
on to something really.
Still,
They do.
the cheapest,
Sweet
best
gum
deal on the
kinda
market,
grows and
but
it twists
still-
as
it's
it's growing.
expensive.
The fibers do.
Hey, a lot of
They
people
make
want
split
decals.
because it,
So
But it
I always
holds
wondered
on
your
stumps.
decals.
It's not
Where
straight
do you get them
grain.
printed?
Yeah.
Do you do?
twisted and
I do
shit.
it.
You have a printer
I
now?
print them on a regular printer on
What
vinyl,
about
do it.
popper?
and then I take and I
will,
cover
but
it
popper's not-
with
I've never had a
clear
popper,
vinyl. And I
barber
have
chair,
a,
but I have had oaks, and that's what got me was a red oak.
Cricut, Cricut.
How
Cricket.
far did it crack up
It's
before
it cuts
went
it
over?
out.
So
Probably
it
40 feet.
cracked
It's-
up
it-
and then
it's
bent, and
intensive,
then when
you know, it takes a
came
lot of time
back,
to do
when
it.
Came back, it hit
Because
you.
it just they love you know.
Following you,
like
it hit you so
Yeah.
hard it broke.
Fell
Yeah.
on me.
It turns out it works well.
Broke my back, broke my pelvis, had both knees replaced, my hip
Damn.
replaced.
Quit breaking
$6
shit.
million man over here. Gee.
Yeah. I spent a long time in the hospital.
Okay, guys, just wanted to wrap up this video. Didn't get a lot of footage because, I mean, you put a bunch of guys together that are into chainsaws and you give them a bunch of cool chainsaws and, okay. we just want to bullshit all day long about chainsaws. Alex, my buddy, he's an arborist. He was there as well in the morning. You saw a little bit of him, but he's not into chainsaws like I am. And so he was probably no different than my wife, Irene, going, what in the world? These guys won't stop talking about chainsaws. You know, but we're all in it, had a really good time. I frickin' messed up my elbow. It was just from doing this with one of those T-handles over and over and over again, and then meeting all these guys and shaking them all with an iron grip, you know, over and over again. And then the work, I got to take it easy for the next few weeks, really, because I've had bad tennis elbow stuff before. It sucks. But the saws, like I said, I was trying to tell people, well, it's going to be just a work day and hang out, you know, not a whole lot of running saws just for the joy of running a saw, cutting cookies and stuff. But we got a lot of stuff done. We got a lot of those. You saw the big logs that we had laying up. I think we got 7 of them. 3 of them for sure are big enough where I can make 14 by 14 cants, and we can have some fresh whack-offs. And everybody was cool. Pablo, I'm just messing with you about the camera thing. But yeah, next time just leave it sit there. But yeah, you thought the tree was going to hit it. I understand. If the tree hits it, that's good footage, you know. But it wasn't going to hit it. But anyways, loved it. I love hanging out and talking about chainsaws. You know, I still suck at felling a tree, and I know what I'm supposed to do. Like, I know that my back cut is supposed to be about 1 inch higher than the face cut. I know that. You guys don't need to tell me that. I know it, and I try to do that. But shoot, man, long bar is my nemesis whenever it comes to felling these trees. It puts so much weight on that outside, and I'm trying to compensate and everything, and it's got a long ways to go. So if I'm messed up this much, well, on the other end of a 36-inch bar, I'm messed up this much, you know. It's just the way it goes. You guys get it. It just takes practice. It's the only thing that we can do. It was really helpful having Chad there looking over my shoulder, and I could stop, turn it off, and listen to what he's saying and everything. But, you know, him being there, I don't know how many times he has coached a person. I have no idea. But him being there can only help so much. It's still up to me to make the cut. And once I am in it deep and I'm screwed up, what's he going to do? Put his hand on the blade and like Chuck Norris and stop it? You know what I mean? No, it's me. I'm screwing it up. And yeah, afterwards he's like, yeah, you know, what's he supposed to say? Yeah, I screwed it up. But we got it down, and it ain't no big deal. No big deal at all. But it's embarrassing to post this stuff. It is. Even though it's like, I get it. I'm just learning, and in between big trees, like the little tree, like the little rotten one that I fell, I got that pretty much perfect. Or, you know, it was just great. It was just sitting there that it just wouldn't fall, you know. But I got, everything was lined up, really. I did it well. But, you know, it was only about that big around. And put those two together, whoa, you know, I mean, it was, well, that was a 30-inch bar on that, and it barely reached all the way across. So, I mean, you know, but that's why I wanted to fell it, you know, everybody, off camera and stuff, there was a lot of, cut them down separate. And I understand, you know, that's the better way to do it probably for that tree. But by cutting them down closer to the base, it was as if I was cutting a huge tree. And therefore, it gave me more practice. And I screwed it up royally again. I'm just the worst at it. But, oh well, you know, it's fun. But the big pine, you know, me and Chad talked about it. And I already was, you know, I was scared to do it. because of everything that he said. That, you know, it had a belly. I mean, which I didn't know it was called a belly. I knew what was happening there. I could see it, you know, the curve at the bottom of it. But I was more concerned about all of the branches being on the heavy lean side, and it is leaning, right? And I'm wanting to send it the complete opposite direction. So that's why I was like, I'm going to have to jack that over. But anyways, talking with him about it, and, you know, he's looking at our ragtag little crew and everything. You know, hey, hook a truck to it and all this stuff. And, you know, it just too inexperienced. So Randy will probably have him out once we get our tax returns again. We get our tax returns. We say, hey, Randy, we got some money for you. But we'll probably just have him come and just, you know, be prepared to hook a big rope to the top of that thing and hook it up to his big, he calls it a tractor. I guess a lot of people call it a tractor, but he's got a big case, skid steer. You know, that way we got an experienced crew there. I mean, I'll probably still want to fell it to get, I don't know, I might just let Randy do that. But I'll talk with Randy about it and have him prepared to handle that however which way it goes, you know, because the thing is going to fall. It's punky at the bottom, right, and starting to rot and everything, and it's fine, but it's kind of alone. It's the tallest in its area. One of these days we're going to get a storm. That tree's coming down, okay? It's coming down within the next 5 years, let's say. Well, it could happen tomorrow. I want to cut it down while I can control where it lands, because my land is really hilly, and I need to put it where I can get it, where I can go back and get big sections of it and bring it up to my sawmill and turn it into good lumber. So I need to fell it. I don't need to wait for it to get knocked over by the wind, fall on my fence, and get to a spot where it is unrecoverable for me. So, but great day. I said something on the video that the 359 was the nicest saw there. That thing was super nice. But now, after having rewatched that and thought about it, my 2258 is still nicer. I don't know if it's more powerful or not. They're probably extremely similar. But that 2258 just feels great, especially like the little things like, you know, the wrapped handlebar. Oh my God, it feels good. But that's what it is. And, but I loved that 359. My gosh. And I have one down in the garage that I plan on fixing up. It's a really nice one. Really nice one. It got brought into the shop with just it had a burned up piston, but I can probably save the cylinder, right? But it's really nice. So we'll do new seals on it and everything, and build it up, put it back together really nice, and poured it and all that stuff. Really looking forward to that saw, especially having ran berries, and I'm like, that thing is super nice. It was very nice because it felt so small. It felt like a 50cc saw, but it had the power of a 60. So there you have it, you know. And plus, I mean, I haven't ran a 357, but I have one of those in the garage too. I'm going to have them both at the same time set up and built and ported and nice, and see which one I like better. My bet though is that I'm going to like the 359 better, because it's just the way that power comes on. The 357's high strung, and we're already seeing that I don't particularly like high strung saws because the Steel 400 is high strung, and I'm complaining about it a lot. So anyways, man, this is a long video, but I'm putting it out just like this. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm out.